In this video, I'm going to talk about how much wealth to be in the top 1%. Surprisingly, the numbers are not that large. So more importantly, I'm going to talk to you about how to do it. So there's three things I'm going to talk about. How do you be a top income earner in the United States? And then how do you have like 1% to be in the wealth of the world, which is a shocking number. And let's talk about a 3 to 5 year plan. That's what I'm known for. Millionaire Maker, gonna help you get there. And wait to the end, I'm gonna give you a blueprint of how you can be in the top 1%. So you gotta say, why the heck is this woman qualified to talk about it? Because I've been in the 1% for a very, very, very long time. I hit that mark in my 34th year. And it's interesting when you become a millionaire and you think about wealth, because the 1%, the 3%, I remember the first time I ever heard about any of this was with Bob Proctor, and he had a 3% club, and I joined it. It was like $25,000. I said, well, I'm on my way. In my 20s, did I have $25,000? No, didn't have a clue. Put it on a credit card. That's kind of what I do. I say yes, and I figure it out. And so part of becoming a 1%er is you do have to make money. Now, do you have to do the work? See, a lot of you, you're used to this, using your hands, you're used to doing the doing. And what I'm going to teach you is that 1%, the 3%, even if you make it to the top 5%, we use this more than this, right? We think, we create the deals. I have this funny story about my daughter. I think she was in 4th grade. I was driving her to school one day, and she was, my little assistant. She was texting, and that was her job because it was a long way to school. So she would do some texting for me, and then on the way home after I pick her up, she'd do more texting for me. And one day she asked me, she said, "Mommy, what is it that you do?" And I looked at her, I said, "What do you mean, what do I do? You've traveled all over the world seeing what I do. We teach people financial literacy. We teach them how to make money, how to invest. What do you mean, what do I do?" She said, "Well, I do the texting in the morning and I do the texting in the afternoon. You ski, and then we have all this money." I thought it was very cute. I said, "Well, here's my answer. I actually lead, I don't do." And then we had a conversation about leadership. And see, a lot of you're not going to get there as long as you are doing the doing. Now, that doesn't mean I don't do anything, right? I'm the talent. I actually did this. I'm the teacher. I love teaching. I love mentoring. I love coaching. And I love putting deals together. I love putting deals together. And I've been a shark, now that they gave us a name, but investing since way before Shark Tank even began. And I've been in this 1% category for a very long time. And I plan on transferring generational wealth to my children, some charities when I walk off this planet, so it continues. So I think I want to back up and say, what's your goal? What's your why? Why would you want to be in the 1%? All right, now let's give you some startling statistics. All right. According to Knight Frank 2021 Wealth Report, you need to have an average of 4.4 million to be in the top 1% of the world. So that's your world number, 4.4 million. That's net worth. That's not assets. And, you spend 4.3, right? This is 4.4 in net worth status. Shocking. I don't know about you, but I thought it would be way more than that. Like, you only have to have 4.4 million. Do you know how easy that is for a lot of you to get there when I teach you what I know? It's shocking. Again, you can Google it. I'm sure you're going to get different results. There's lots of other places. So that was the one indicator. I'm going to give you another one. According to the Economic Policy Institute, you need to have $758,000 to be in the top income earners in the United States, right? The first 100K is right in income is always the hardest. But isn't that shocking? Like, you only need to make in a collective year $758,000 to be in the top 1% of the United States. I just think that's a shockingly low number. Now, some of you out there, you might make 50, 60,000 and have never even seen that number of 758,000. But it's, I'm going to say it's around the corner for more of you than you think. Is you got to start using this more than this. Meaning, if you have a construction business, right, at some point you need to stop swinging the hammer and you need to start hiring crews of people and getting a lot more jobs versus going one by one by one. You want to build a company. So yeah, $758,000 means it can be company income. So where in your industry are people making, this is your first homework assignment, Where are people making $758,000 and you're not? And you could say, well, I'm a teacher. There's no way I'll make that. Yeah, there's just actually a franchise called Tutor Doctor. Some of my clients started it out of Arkansas. So Tutor Doctor is a multi-million dollar tutoring company. So you take those skills and you grow it into a big business, right? You say, well, I'm a massage therapist. I have some clients. There's another little company called Massage Envy. They started that. So whatever industry you're in, I want you to grow from being the worker, right? Michael Gerber probably said it best in the E-Myth, right? Where he said you got to work on your business, not in your business. So if you want to be a 1%er, you've got to start moving from the doing of it, working for somebody, to being the owner of the company. Now, if you're out there and say, oh my gosh, that's too much work, well, then just stay broke. I mean, I don't even know why we're in this conversation. I'm talking to you, those of you who want a bigger life, you want a better life. And by the way, when you have a bigger, better life and you're making more money, you can actually help more people. So don't play the charity game and say, oh, but I want to give to charity and Sorry, the wealthiest people in the world give the most to charity and start amazing initiatives. So be those people. So how do you do it? How do you do a 3 to 5 year plan, right? So I wrote the Millionaire Maker book, and that's what I promise is a 3 to 5 year plan. There's some components to it, right? There's the income that we were just talking about. So let's take a little deeper dive into the income, because that's really what we're talking about. You got to make the money. You got to keep the money. You got to invest the money, and you got to have a team around you, right? Those are the 4 big components of becoming a 3 to 5 year millionaire. In the income side, doing it yourself, right? Swinging hammer if you're a construction company, doing the painting if you have a painting company, doing the tutoring if you have a tutoring company, playing the piano. If you have piano lessons, you can't go one by one by one. You got to go one to many. So start thinking in the thing you're doing. First homework, again, go back out. Just start Googling it, go to DuckDuckGo, wherever you go, start researching. Where are the people making, let's just go up, 800,000 or more? What kind of company did they have to have? You can find that all over the internet, right? Why do they make more money than you, right? If you're a coach at a high school, guess what? Every coach that I coach, because I coach a lot of college level, collegiate level coaches, mainly on their structure and what they do as investment education and legacy planning. But a lot of them, they'll have athletic camps. They got personal training businesses. They do massive athletic camps. Living in Lake Tahoe for all these years, we actually, the football field and the training facility is at about almost 7,000, between 66, about 6,600 in elevation. So I brainstormed with those coaches. I said, why don't you, during the summer, where none of the facilities are being used, do a high altitude training camp? Right? So everybody that's down in Florida and Texas and other places in the country, bring them all up, charge them an extra bonus fee to bring them to the mountain and train them at high altitude for 2 weeks. Those camps are not cheap, but I can tell you the coaches are making well into those kind of numbers that we're talking about. So a lot of you, you're sitting on gold. Right? You're an expert in something. So find those people who are doing it and not necessarily better than you. Does McDonald's have a better burger than some of these other burger places? No, but they're making more revenue. They're building teams and systems. So look at those companies and say, where's the team and system behind that company, right? Massage Envy, you can go in there and say, well, those are kind of crap massages. The massage therapist only gets paid $35, but you know what? For a beginner out of school that doesn't have a massage practice, it's a great starting point, and it's a consistent use of the hours that you need to accumulate. Now, maybe you want to have a version of Massage Envy or a version of a spa, right? You can grow into that. And you say, well, I don't have enough capital. Well, make the money's my first answer is let's go make the money to do it. But there's tons of funding sources. And in this environment, the government's giving money out like water, not only in grants, but in business plans. So I have a great tool. By the way, if you're loving this content, like give me thumbs up, tell your friends, say, let's go do this together. Because I can promise you, doing this with a variety of people is a lot easier than you're just sitting in your home, sitting in your apartment, doing it alone, right? That's not going to get you to the 1%er. Us 1%ers, 2%ers, 5%ers, we actually hang out together frequently. We share ideas, we brainstorm, we're in masterminds, we have mentors. I've had mentors since I was 17. Yes, even at this level, I have guys that are Bs, right? They're billionaires, world leading economists, leading my content. I always check it out with them. Is what I'm saying accurate? Is is this really the trend? Is this, what needs to be said? So all of you need mentors. All of you need masterminds. Thumbs up, share this, share this, share this. Get your tribe. Who else wants to become a 1%er? You don't want to do it by yourself. I made up a word way back in the day called team-made millionaire because no one's self-made. That means you have to do all the work. And don't even kid yourself. No one does it all themselves. So I want to grow you into this leader of the strategy, leader of your industry, $800,000. In fact, again, the number is $758,000 to be in the top, right? Divide that by 12, divide that by, 4 weeks. It's not that much every week when you start thinking bigger, start thinking differently. One of my greatest mentors said, take a calculator, put in $1 million and divide it as many times as you can, right? How easy is it to make $1 million? Well, you could have 10 ventures that make 100,000 each. You could have 20 ventures that make 50,000. You could have 2 ventures that make 500. Play with math. It's not that difficult. So let's dig in a little more. Income is a huge, huge piece, right? So what is the business you're going to create? Who's the team that's going to be around you? You have to do this inside corporate structure. At the end, just a few minutes more, I'm going to give you an amazing gift. And I have you read the first 3 chapters, and then you're going to report back to me. Because if you're serious about being a 1%er, I'm serious about getting you there. It's going to take 3 to 5 years. I mean, heck, you went to college. You probably did whatever you did there. 82% of people went to college don't do their degree. So this isn't a degree. This is a lifetime lifestyle of living in those top percents of wealth and income earners, whether it's the United States or the world. So we're going to make some money. We're going to use companies to put it in corporate structure. You're going to have insurance and trust to do legacy planning. And then how you start investing, that say 758, right, is the income goal minimum. How you invest it to make the 4.4 million is critical. And you are in an environment right now that is so easy to make that kind of money. You can look at the real estate industries, you can look at tech industries, you can look up startups, anything that has a member related, structure where they have subscriptions. I'm talking to some folks right now about putting together a kids bank where they're going to learn debit and credit cards. That thing over the next few years will have millions and millions of subscribers. So you can look at, well, it's going to only be $5 a month, $4.99 a month. Yeah, but last I checked, 1 million kids, families pay $4.99. That's a $5 million company. So we're talking net. So that means you got assets minus liabilities to get to that net goal. So you'll have a variety of investments coming from this big income generating machine. You can do it. You don't have to do it alone. I will help you get a team together. Again, thumbs up this video, grab a team, and let me show you how. So what I want you to do is click on the link. It's my Millionaire Maker book. Yep, it's like our pinnacle book. It's the signature dish, people call it. The first thing I want you to do, I want you to read chapters 1, 2, and 3. That's what you're going to read. There will be a graph that says a gap analysis. I want you to fill that in. Once you fill it in, it will tell you where you can send it if you want a one-on-one conversation with our team to be in the 1%. Can't wait to work with you.